Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. This is Money Saving Ideas Part 10. Let's get right into it. Now, because I've had so many ideas come flooding in at me, you may hear an idea more than once. So if so, just think of it as a wonderful reminder. I know I need reminders. I'm going to rapid fire a lot of these because sometimes I think even though most of my videos are pretty short, I sometimes think I go into too little long of explanations, and you guys all have common sense. So the first one, go meatless. I've had several of you that say you have either you're vegan, which saves you a lot of money, or you have several days a week that you go meatless and you found different ways to prepare beans and make things using beans. Or you have a meal using potatoes and have a potato bar, which I think is great. So meatless. Number two, I know we've spoken about 1 meal a day, OMAD, but I've met some people outside of YouTube that do physical labor, and they told me that they, have a little coffee in the morning and water, but that they don't eat during the day because if they do, it tires them out. They wait till they get home because they start their day early, they get home earlier, like 4 or 5, and they eat then. So they eat 1 meal a day because otherwise it tires them out, and they said it saves them money. They don't go through the drive-through. So eating 1 meal a day, and I'm talking primarily when I say this, I'm talking people that do physical labor, that it tires them out to eat a big lunch or eat a lunch, and then they want to take a nap. So they just drink and stay hydrated, and then they eat when they get home. Number 3, we've mentioned this several times, meal plan on what you have. I have several of you that said, usually you like to grocery shop once a week. You pick a day that you go. A lot of you go on Wednesdays. And what you do is you might skip 1 week. And during that 1 week, and let's say your grocery budget's $100, you save that $100, you have a plan for that $100, and you use everything you have in your house. That way, if you see something that you haven't used in a while, you use that up so that you don't waste food. Another one, staycation. We've mentioned this one before, and finding, fun things you can do. Or one of you wrote me and said you do a staycation, you get 2 weeks a year, and one of those weeks you go visit family, but the other one you stay home and you either learn a new skill that week or you have a project that week. So you don't want to just lay around. So you might start a garden or paint one of your bedrooms. You plan the staycation ahead, and then you plan to do something productive during that week, which I thought was good. Number 5, we mentioned this too before, but free classes. Our local library has free classes that you can do online. I think it's called Universal Class. A lot of the places like Home Depot and Lowe's, sometimes they have free classes where you can make something. YouTube offers all sorts of information. We know that. And not just YouTube, actually Netflix. Now, you don't get this for free, but you can watch commercials. They have all sorts of documentaries. I mean, you can always learn things. I watched one on the Blue Zone, which I thought was interesting. So there's always ways to learn things for low cost or free, and things that we can use, okay? Next one is, which kind of goes with the other, streaming services. There's tons of them out there, but there's also free, sometimes free versions of those, okay? Another one of you said that you love to pick up stuff on the side of the road and then fix it up, repair it, and resell it, so it makes and saves money. So that's something you like to do. One of you mentioned that you pick something each month to go without for the month. And it might be something simple like, this month, I am not going to buy anything at the Dollar Tree. Next month, I'm not going to go out to eat this month. Then the next month you say you might pick something else. And these are just examples of things, and you go without for 30 days. And what you have found is there's some of these things that you didn't miss. Like one of you said, I'm not going to renew my magazine subscription for 1 year, and I'm just going to read it from the library. Guess what? You didn't end up missing it. So that is a way to save some money. I thought it was good. Also with that, no spend day, no spend week. Just dabble around, make it a game, make it fun. Even just if you don't want to do a whole week, start off with the day, okay? My favorite, put one item back before when you get up to the grocery line, say, is there anything I just don't need? That I can guarantee you will save you at least $20 a month. 10, and I love this one, use everything you have in your house. If you find you're not using it, do a tour of your house. And you're like, I notice I'm not using these 2 kitchen gadgets. I notice I'm not wearing these 3 shirts. Decide. Start using them. If you don't like it, then guess what? You can sell it if you want. You can donate it. So notice what you're not using. A lot of you sell things. I've noticed that. So that's really good. Next one, no touch savings account. Try to put a little bit of money in there each and every month. That way that's an extra cushion so you don't feel demoralized every time you have to go into your savings. I like having a special savings account that I'm not allowed to touch unless it's an extreme emergency. And if I have to touch my no-touch savings, that means we go what I call scorched earth, bare bones budget. Like I've told you guys before, you'll be seeing my hair a whole different color. You won't even recognize Money Mom. You're going to say, is that Money Mom's older sister or mother? You'll see me, like I said, a whole new way. Okay, one huge question to ask yourself, number 11 or 12, I don't even know what number I'm on. Are you making enough money for the month? We can only cut back so much. Reallocate your budget, look it over and see, are you making enough money? Okay, next thing that I like to do, and I got it from one of my friends, keep a list of things that you need, sizes, keep it with you at all times. I also keep a spreadsheet and I put in order of what I need. Anything that needs to be repaired or you need to replace, keep a list of it. Like my phone is getting older, may need to be replaced in the next few months. And put in order of things that you see that could be replaced or might need to be repaired. Like our back tree, we need a tree surgeon, and then you prioritize those items. Also keeping a list with you at all times of things that you run low on sometimes or things you need. You know, maybe your daughter needs new shirts and you know she's this certain size. Keep it with you so when you see a good deal, you can grab it. That really can save you a lot of money. Next one, be open to shopping several different stores. That can really save a lot of money because a lot of people think, oh, this one store has the best deals. You know what? You can find great deals at multiple stores. You just have to be open to looking around. Obviously, you don't want to drive all around, but just be open to shopping more than one store, okay? Pay attention also to what your family is using and what they're not using in terms of food they're eating, product they're using. You know, because I've bought, for example, body wash before and then no one's using it. Well, why? Maybe people didn't like the scent. So really pay attention to what's getting used and what's sitting there and not being used. That's going to save quite a bit of money right there. Printables, and you can even make up your own. You don't have to go pay for them. I like goal sheets to keep me, you know, on track. Like if I have a savings goal. Now I do purchase mine, but they're not expensive. And then I have them forever, for a whole lifetime, okay? And so I have tons of these printables that I have. So in case I want to save $5,000, I can print off that printable and start marking it off, and it's kind of a fun way to save, and it makes it a game. Okay, speaking of game, have a game night. I actually get together with a friend once a month and we play all different games. And you know what? I have snacks at my house. She also brings stuff. No need to spend money. We have a great time together. Last but not least, one of you said this and I thought this was imperative, and I'll leave you with this. She said we have to start sticking with our budget and not making excuses. If we say we've got $100 to spend a week on groceries, that's it. You don't go over that. If we say we're not going to spend more than, you know, $100 on back to school clothing, you don't go over that. Or if you spend no more than $200 on Christmas, you don't go over that. She said we have to start sticking with the promises and our budget and quit going over it. I thought that was pretty important. Now these are quite a few I've given you. I know these last couple videos have been longer, but I felt like there were a lot of good ones in the last few videos. So let me know, out of all the tips that I ran through, are there any of these that you use or that you especially like? I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. Sorry about the phone ringing. I love you, I appreciate you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye everybody.